Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Danvers Conservation Commission meeting for June 12th, 2025. Before I start, I'd like to read something. Commission statement: we operate under Mass General Law 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, and Chapter 26 of the Town of Danvers General Bylaw, the Wetland Protection Bylaw. The way this works, we call the matters on the agenda in order. After the applicant presents his or her request, the board has time to ask questions. We'll open it up to the audience. It's a public meeting. You'd be required to give your name and address if you go to the mic. And just ask that you behave in a civil manner and respect each other's opinion. All right, having said that, I'll start with a roll call. I'll start with Mary.
Mary Height here.
Right.
Lorraine Drapek here.
Yeah, Michael Splain here. So we have a quorum. First matter on is a request for a certificate of compliance for 12 Bowden Street, DEP file number 14-1412, applicant Paul and Amanda Bartlett. And who is here for the applicant?
Hi, Bill Manuel from Wetlands and Land Management here in Danvers. Paul and Amanda are their second row. They've completed their project. It was an EFLA addition, an in-law addition.
Right.
There was mitigation that was involved in it, including some shrubbery along the back fence and control of escaped wisteria. All of that work has been done, including all of the mitigation. The grounds are all stable. We had a walk with Emily and Brian a couple of weeks ago. We're here to get a certificate of compliance.
All right. Just if I could inquire of staff, you've been out. Is there any concerns?
No concerns. Site looks beautiful.
All right. Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I looked at
no.
everything.
Lorraine? Having no questions, someone want to make a motion to issue a certificate of compliance?
I'll make a motion for a certificate of compliance with 12 Bowden Street, DEP file number 14-1412.
Motion's been made. We have a
I
second?
second the motion.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, folks. The next matter is a request for a determination of applicability for 24-42 Cherry Hill Drive, and that's RDA file number 2025-01. The applicant is Abby Ahmed. Who's here for the applicant?
Okay, applicant team is remote. The applicant team for Abby Ahmed, you're welcome to unmute yourselves and chime in whenever you're ready to go, and I'll get your plan pulled up here.
Michael Hood from Abby Ahmed.
Danelle Baptiste, project manager for High Point.
All right, you want to just give us another quick overview here?
Sure. So good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Danelle Baptiste, as I mentioned. I'm here on behalf of Abby Ahmed in pursuant to hopefully a negative determination or a request for RDA application. The applicant is providing additional site improvements to facilitate their growth. We're here because a portion of the site activities reside within the 35, the 50, and the 100 feet resource buffer zones. We are providing de minimis disturbance within those zones. More specifically, the disturbances is resulting in a net decrease in impervious area based on the proposed improvements, which is indicated in the charts and the submission package that was sent to the town of Danvers. Want to just bring to the board's attention that Abby Ahmed has had successful permitting interactions with the town. More recent was a parking lot improvement just to the south of the property, just adjacent to the basin, and adjacent to the wetlands there. I could provide a plan if the board wants to take a look. And we're hoping that the board will be amenable to a negative determination, and we are willing to provide weekly reports to ease the minds of the board, submitted to the town relative to any disturbances, infractions on the proximate wetlands. I'm open to any questions.
Well, you're
From
looking
the
for some
board at this
waivers.
time?
Well, what do you envision this area to be used for?
Donnell, I can answer that if you like.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah. This area use is going to be a patio because this is where one of our training facilities is going to be for the doctors and nurses that come in from the hospitals. And it's more of an area where they can go out during breaks, make their calls, do their work, and just be outside and have lunch for their visits.
So I assume if they're eating out there, there'll be what, benches, trash receptacles, what?
Yep, yep. And we'll have a cleaning service too.
All right. And you're decreasing the impervious by how much?
We're decreasing it about 2,000 square foot.
All right. See if I have anything else. I know you're looking for 2 waivers as well. How much of the work is in the 35 and the 50?
So the 35 foot, we don't have a breakdown of percentage, but the 35 foot is a wash. We're not gaining or losing impervious area in the 35. Most of the decrease in impervious areas happen between the 50 and the 100 foot buffer zone, as depicted on the exhibit chart.
Has staff looked at this?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, we reviewed all of this, no.
Any
no concerns.
concerns?
No.
No?
No concerns. Nope, it seems like
Questions,
it's in
Mary?
Sorry?
I think I'm pretty good.
Okay. How about Lorraine? No? All right. Well, then, in this case, we would be looking for a finding of a negative determination of applicability. Does someone want to make a motion? Do we need to open this up?
You can open it to the public if you'd like.
No, all right. Anybody wish to make comment on this? Biomed, you know the area, right? No. Okay. Hearing none,
Yep.
you wish to make a motion?
Do you want me to do all 4?
Well, let's move to grant the waivers first. So why don't we
Close the
do?
hearing first and then move into.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Make a yeah, thank you.
I make a motion to close the public hearing for 24-42 Cherry Hill Drive, DDC number 2025-01.
Motion's been made. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And now, there are 2 waivers requested. If someone wants to make a motion, go ahead.
I make a motion to grant a waiver to allow work in the 35-foot no disturb zone.
I second the motion.
And all right, and we'll do one for the 50, all right.
Yeah.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I make a motion to grant a waiver to allow work in the 50-foot no-build zone.
Motion's been made, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And now, someone
Yeah.
needs to make, thank you, Lorraine.
I'll make a motion to issue a negative determination of applicability for 24 to 42 Cherry Hill Drive, DCC number 2025-01, with conditions as discussed.
I second the motion.
All right, and we don't need to read these conditions, they're going to be incorporated?
Do we want to, I would just confirm that these are the conditions that you want in here. Just so, because the applicant hasn't read those yet, just to get those out loud for the applicant to be aware. Because I know we talked about the reporting, so just kind of how often you would like to see the reporting.
All right, well, wait a second. So,
So that's these.
why don't we read the conditions?
Okay.
Okay, so what are the actual conditions? That they remove? Go ahead, read them.
Are these here? The conditions are, the applicant shall provide progress reports at mutually agreed upon intervals to the Conservation Commission staff throughout the course of the project. Should work be conducted that is outside of what is on the approved plan, that falls within jurisdictional resource areas. The applicant shall stop work and file a notice of intent with the Conservation Commission. The applicant shall post a performance bond for the proposed work, which shall be released when the applicant sends final update that work has been completed and staff conducts a site visit to confirm as such.
Now, has the bond, have we agreed on a number?
You guys, you didn't discuss that with the applicant yet to agree on a bond amount. This was in here. If you wanted to condition that, you don't have to.
Well,
It's between you and the applicant if you want.
well, is 2,500 appropriate?
Is that agreeable with the applicant for a $2,500 bond?
That's perfectly fine.
All right, so why don't I just read that in then? The condition, the applicant will post a bond in the amount of $2,500, which would be released when the applicant sends final update that work has been completed and staff has conducted a site visit, correct?
Perfect. Yep. And just to confirm, how often did you want these progress reports?
Well, how long's the project going to take?
I would say
Applicant?
the project is probably going to take, I would say, 3 to 6 months, max.
Monthly then, or
Yeah, monthly.
monthly reports?
Reports?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Monthly reports?
Oh.
That's perfectly fine.
Great.
Can I ask the board a question on as far as who should I be sending these reports to directly?
You can send them directly to me, and I can share them with the commission.
Perfect, thanks, Beatrice.
I mean, excuse me, this is Mike Hood from AbbyMed. Emily, do you want to do a monthly check and just walk the site with us so you can give a report that way?
Sure.
Or do you want written reports?
I can walk it with you monthly, and then a
I'll
written
take
report
both.
would help as well. Yeah, we can do both, no problem.
Okay, great.
So that's all incorporated in this motion for finding a negative applicability, right?
Yeah, but
I
you have
understand.
decision there.
All right, so that's your motion, Lorraine?
Yes.
Motion's made, do we have a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Biomet's a
evening,
big company.
thanks.
Thank
I know
you.
someone who works there, I see him at the dog park.
Oh, who's that, if you don't mind me asking?
Who do you see at the dog park?
Pedro and his dog Jerry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, thank you again for your time.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
bye-bye. I guess I could say that on the record. All right, number 3 is a request for determination of applicability for 188 Elliott Street, RDA file number 2025-02. The applicant is Christ the Redeemer Anglican Church, and who is here for the applicant?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right, my name's Nick Betts. I'm with Meridian Associates, and I'm here on behalf of the church. You want to go to actually the first plan?
Yep,
easier.
sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. And so this project, some of you may know that back in, I think it was 2021, this was presented as a much larger project that included a building addition and modified parking layouts around the building. That ultimately, that plan kind of dissolved, and so today they'd like to repurpose their existing section of parking lot into a few new features, including the sports court up in the northeast corner of the parking lot, a pavilion area with some associated landscaping in the middle, and then a playground area kind of adjacent to the church there. All of this proposed work is within the limits of the existing paved parking lot, so it's really just an in-kind replacement of and ultimately a reduction of impervious surface. The area below those three items would be the existing pavement to be mill and overlaid, just to kind of refresh that pavement. Directly below that, the parking lot has been mill and overlaid previously, so it would be kind of just matching that and restriping it for compliance spaces for their parking needs. As you can see up at the top there, a portion of this work falls within the 35-foot, the 50-foot, and 100-foot buffer zones. But again, it's all within an existing impervious area, and the introduction of the landscaped area actually results in an overall decrease in impervious area of about 1,200 square feet. The proposed pavilion is permeable pavers, and then the playground surfacing is actually just a wood fiber surfacing, so it does have some permeability to it. However, when we did the stormwater modeling for the stormwater permit, we counted for those as impervious surfaces. So we kind of know it's a little over-engineered as far as the anticipated runoff. There are no changes to the existing drainage infrastructure, And the wetland resource area here is really just a small swale to the northeast that was flagged, originally, and has been maintained, and there's no disturbance being proposed towards that resource area. It obviously straddles the town line there. So on Tuesday, we were in front of Beverly, and we received a negative determination for the work in that very northeast corner from the Beverly Conservation Commission. And so with that, I guess I can open it up to questions. And I know that the portion of work over here on the west side is under review by the town engineer under a stormwater permit application.
Yeah. Do we know the status of the stormwater?
According to the engineering comments, it's under review. They've received everything and they're reviewing it right now.
Yeah. And that was the same with the earlier project. There was a stormwater review, right? Was that ever done?
The engineering is working on it.
Correct. That stormwater review was completed and actually approved, but because it lapsed between the time we submitted this project and the previous project, they're having us refile. So it actually is the exact same stormwater system, but we've reduced the amount of impervious area on the site. So now it's just oversized from what it was previously approved as. So we don't anticipate there being any issues because now it's just functioning better than it was originally. But yes, that has to be approved just because of a lapse in the permit time window that we had there.
So originally, was this originally an RDA in the first instance, or
Yes.
was it an NOI? It was an
They
RDA?
got a negative determination at the beginning of 2020 for
Yeah.
similar work, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't completed, so this is basically a refile.
All right.
Some changes to the project from before, but a refile for a negative RDA.
Well, if he's correct that the stormwater system is the exact same, but they've added pervious, they've reduced impervious.
Right.
There's no reason to expect that it wouldn't be approved again, right?
Right, exactly, yeah. It's better than what it was before.
Yeah, well, it should be, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, questions? Mary?
No, I think I'm okay.
No questions? You're looking for waivers, correct?
Yeah, I believe we need a waiver for the work in the 35 and the 50-foot no-build zone.
All right, well, open this up for any comment. Hearing none. Want to do a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Or for, just identify what it's
For
for.
188 Elliott Street, DCC number 2025-02.
I second the motion.
Motion's made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Now, a motion for waivers for the 35 and then one for the 50.
I make a motion to grant a waiver to allow work in the 35-foot no disturb zone.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
And a motion to waive in the 50-foot.
I make a motion to grant a waiver to allow work in the 50-foot no build zone.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded, and again, we're still talking about 181 Elliott Street. Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I make a motion to issue a negative determination of applicability for 188 Elliott Street, DCC number 2025-02, with conditions as discussed.
I second it.
All right, anything about the conditions that are glaring that we should read into the record?
I think we should read them in just so the applicant is aware of whatever conditions you guys would like to put on it. Yeah, so just so that the applicant knows and you guys are all on the same page and agreeing with whatever these conditions are that you want to put on it.
All right, and these conditions, are they set out in here?
Yep, 1 through 4.
Want to read those? They're not that long.
So these are, I put these ones in here just so you could see what had been conditioned on the project back when, just for a quick refresher. You don't have to use those. It's up to the commission and the applicant to determine which conditions you would like to use. It was just a refresher so that you would know what had been approved and how it was approved before.
All right, well, what about these conditions are reincorporated or not? Or you're saying that we don't need them in?
It's up to you. It's up to the commission. It was just so that you could see how the project had been approved before in case you wanted to do something similar again, just to refresh your memories. That's all. It's up to the commission and the applicant to decide there.
Well, will there be asphalt millings?
Will there be millings?
No,
It's being mill and overlaid, yes.
there will be, yeah.
Yes.
And there'll be no expansion of the paved footprint, is that correct?
Correct. It's an overall reduction in the paved footprint.
And there's no use of rock, why don't we read them in? Just read them in.
Yeah, I can read them.
Yeah.
Okay.
The additional conditions for 188 Elliott Street, DCC file number 2020-06.
Speak for 2025.
Oh, sorry, 25, 2020.
It's up
Dash
to
02.
-02. The asphalt millings shall be appropriately removed and disposed of off-site. There shall be no expansion of the existing paved footprint within jurisdictional areas. There shall be no use of rock salt, sodium chloride, on-site. A sign indicating this prohibition must be posted on-site. The applicant shall work with staff to determine the appropriate verbiage, size, and location of said sign following start of any work on site. No snow storage sign shall be installed within the vicinity of the, should we say 100 or the 100-foot buffer zone adjacent to the swale area in an area approved by staff.
All right, that's the motion.
second.
You second? Motion to second it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, good luck.
And thank you guys very much.
All right. Well, that went quick. Now, we had minutes. I've read the minutes. Everyone's read the minutes. Someone wants to make a motion to approve the minutes for,
May 8th and May 26th.
yeah, May 8th. Yeah, we'll do first May 8th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from our meeting on May 8th,
I second.
2025.
I second the motion.
Well, a motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. And now a motion for May 22nd minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from May 22nd, 2025.
Do we have a second?
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go.
All right.
That was
Very
quiet.
efficient.
So, yeah.
I move things along.
Yeah, you do. It's like, oh.
You can tell I'm going down the Cape tonight.
Yeah,
huh?
there you go. Yeah, enjoy.
I'm still on record here.
Yeah. I'm not here the next 2 meetings.
Next meeting is June 26th. We have one NOI.
She's not here for the next,
You're
Two
here for the
meetings?
next two. Okay.
all right, that means that Peter will have to be here and.
Yep, so Peter will be at the next one. July 10th will most likely have